A warm welcome to all the listeners. Listen to the Blue Horse. Dr.C.K.N. is in conversation with Pooja. I'm sure you'll enjoy this session, and I'm sure it's going to be some food for your thought.
Good afternoon, listeners. Summers are starting. I mean, it's not that we have any winter here, but still, summers are starting. We are feeling the heat. I know, forever fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Today, let's talk about
Yeah.
the sugar that we have. Why are we calling it the white poison? What's your take on it? What would you say about that?
Where have you learned sugar is a white poison?
You have told. Who else? Where am I getting all these controversial topics from?
I am not told anywhere sugar is a white poison.
Okay, is sugar good for the body?
You must have read it somewhere.
It's fine. Is sugar good for the body?
No. Where have you seen sugar is a white poison?
In one of your YouTube videos only.
No.
Where else?
I have never said sugar
Okay,
is
now
a
that
white
I am saying that, how would you substantiate it?
You must have read it somewhere. Sugar is a white poison.
Multiple places.
They say salt. 4 white things they call salt, sugar, egg and cigarette.
Egg
When it boiled, it's white, no?
Okay.
4 white components which spoils your health.
What do you mean egg spoils your health? What are you talking?
One second. Cigarette is white, right?
A cigarette, alright.
Because the
Let's come
paper.
back to egg. I have egg.
Okay, 1 minute. Egg, salt and sugar.
Yeah.
Okay. This you must have seen somewhere. Forget all that. Now, sugar is... If you say sugar is a white poison,
Yeah.
I think you must know about the sugar, what the sugar is. Okay?
This is
Sugar
not-
is a carbohydrate, right? You know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's a glucose plus fructose,
Yes.
sucrose. So, you see, Brazil is number 1 country in producing more sugar. The maximum production. Of nearly about 35 million metric ton.
Wow.
India is 24 to 25 million metric ton, second in the place.
Where in India? Where are we producing it from?
642 sugar mills are there in India.
Wow.
Then you have China as number 3. They produce around 22 million metric ton of sugar.
Okay.
Overall, 180 to 200 million metric ton of sugar is produced around the world every year.
Wow. Massive.
If you go to top 10 sugar manufacturing countries, you put it in Google, you'll get the list with the quantity.
Okay.
So this is what happens every year.
Okay.
80% of the sugar is produced from sugarcane.
Okay. Naturally.
No, all the sugars are produced naturally only.
Okay.
Sugarcane, wherever it is grown, where countries have good sunshine, sugarcane is grown. Cold countries, sugar beet is grown. It's beetroot.
Right. Okay.
There, sugarcane cannot be produced. So, 80% of the sugar produced in the world is from sugarcane. 20% of the sugar produced in the world is from the sugar beet.
Okay.
Both the same only.
Okay.
Now, so much of agricultural community is involved. Imagine 200 million metric ton.
Yeah. Massive amount.
Okay. Now, 65 to 70% of this sugar goes to industrial usage, industrial consumption.
Like the soft
Wait,
drinks.
I'll come to you.
Huh.
30% goes to household.
Right.
Pay for your tea and coffee, whatever sweets and things that you make at home. You know, you bake so many things at home, you make so many sweets at home for
Right.
puja days and all that. Whatever, you make some cakes at home. You use it extensively for your lime juice, tea, coffee mainly.
Right.
Because tea, coffee consumption is very high all around the world.
Correct.
So 30% goes to household, more than 70% goes to
Industrial.
industrial use. Okay. What is industrial use? Candies, one of the largest produced components in the world.
Soft drinks.
1 minute, coming. Jam is one of the biggest industries in the world.
Yeah.
Soft drinks, aerated waters, one of the biggest in the world. Fruit juices, ready-made to drink. Confectionaries, chocolates, ice cream, bakery product, all kinds of dessert,
Yeah.
wine making.
Yeah.
It goes on and on and on and on. Okay?
Right.
Now, these components are produced in millions of metric tons. Every component. Imagine the amount of jam produced all over the world.
Yeah.
Say you take ketchup, for example. 300 grams of ketchup in every kilo is sugar. Yeah, man. You will be surprised if I'm going to tell you the next. Green chili sauce and red chili sauce.
Yeah, I know.
300% of 300 grams per kilo, that is 30% is sugar.
Damn.
In a green chili and red chili sauce, okay?
Do they use it because it's preservative or?
No. The blend has to come. Sugar is a binding material as a disaccharide carbohydrate.
Okay.
So now what you have to understand from this, the amount of people involved in producing sugar beet and sugar cane in the agricultural community the amount of industries involved in consuming the 70% of the 200 million metric ton of sugar and produces all these components all over the world in every respective country. And there, this bakery products, imagine the number of bakeries around the world.
Yeah.
And the number of outlets which are carrying out the distribution, the sales, the shops, the people involved in these industries and networking of selling these products. It represents 25 to 30% of your world population.
My God.
Based on this 200 million metric ton of sugar is produced.
Yeah.
From the agricultural scenario of the sugar cane and the sugar beet, and then the sugar mills producing the sugar, and the food components produced out of the sugar by the industries, and all those distribution networks and everything.
Wow.
Okay.
Like a whole.
Now, 25 to 30% of the entire world population, say we are around 8 billion now, 800 crore. Out of which 2.4 billion people are involved in this directly and indirectly. And you call this white sugar as a poison? It is not.
Okay.
If it is a poison, everybody would have died by now.
Slow poison?
Because all 800 people are consuming this sugar. We'll all be sick and we are all inside the hospital, all 800 crore. Even doctors are lying inside the hospital. Who is going to treat all the 800 crore people? You think the God will come?
I wish.
God is not a doctor. He won't treat you.
Probably.
Yes, very much.
So, what are we saying?
So how can you call sugar as a white poison? Now, somewhere down the line, people have called sugar as a white poison. You know why?
Because of
For
this,
business purpose.
diabetes and stuff.
No.
largely?
See, you have to understand one thing. Sugar is the most brilliant component as a human food, which is being practiced by every human being almost all over the world, right from the day that you are born.
Okay.
For example, when the children are born out here, when they start giving the children water, the small child, baby, they mix a little bit of sugar and give the water, right?
Yeah.
So right from the day you are born, maybe after 1 or 2 months or 3 months when they start feeding you water, they give you sugar in that. So you are practiced sugar from there. And sugar is the most brilliant instant energy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are used to sugar
Right.
in some form or the other, right from the childhood, right from the time you are born.
Yeah.
So suddenly at the age of 2022, that if you come to know somewhere you read or somewhere you see in the net that sugar is a white poison, you want to try a white sugar. It's not correct.
Okay.
Because the human cells, the 100 trillion cells, are used to human sugar, used to that white sugar,
Okay.
which you consumed it in your food till the age of 20, 22 or 30, 35, whenever you want to think that I must stop sugar. You should not do that.
All right.
30 to 40 grams of sugar,
Every day?
yeah, is a must.
30 to 40 grams.
Yeah, that's nothing, 8
Like
spoons.
what? 2 spoons?
8 to 10 spoons.
Oh my God.
1 spoon is 4 grams.
I don't think I've ever had that much in about years.
No, like it's too good for you, okay? It's very good for you actually.
Regular
Now-
sugar.
Yeah, regular white refined cane sugar.
Okay.
See, you have to understand one thing. Sugar is a disaccharide carbohydrate, which is a glucose plus fructose.
Okay.
So 50% of the sugar is fructose.
Okay.
When you consume a lot of sugar, the glucose is identified as the body by the human cells as its fuel, but the fructose is not. So fructose goes and do all the hair. Only the liver cells, which is about 240 billion out of 100 trillion in your body. Liver represents 240 billion cells. They can metabolize and consume fructose. So normally 21 to 59% of your fructose consumption is used by the liver. Balance is left out.
Okay.
And they go into a lot of things. Say 40% of your fructose, which is not consumed beyond the human liver cells, are converted to uric acid.
Okay.
This is one of the major reason. All your fructose, tender coconut water, all these kind of things are rich of fructose. Your corn is rich of fructose.
Okay.
See, suppose you get into uric acid problem. What you must do is, you should avoid milkshake, ice creams, tender coconut water,
Wow.
that palm stuff, that nungu, palm stuff. Then you, watermelon, fruits, all kinds of fruits.
All fruits.
Yeah, juice, there is sugarcane juice, aerated waters, fruit juice. Then sugar related products, jaggery related product, palm jaggery, and the brown sugar. If you avoid all these things, your uric acid will disappear within 3 months.
Wow.
Because there is no fructose coming in, there is no conversion of fructose to uric acid. So the existing uric acid will be quickly cleared by the blood.
So uric acid what? Affects the kidneys or how?
Uric acid will not affect, it will give you a lot of problem, gout.
Gout. Okay.
All kinds of problem. Okay, we will not go into that. But people think that white sugar is better to have brown sugar, better to have jaggery. than white sugar and all. They're nothing.
I've done
white
that
sugar, jaggery, brown sugar, everything is the same. Sucrose is sucrose.
Okay.
They are only different in colors.
Right.
Maybe a little bit of minerals may be there in the jaggery and other things, which has been cleanly washed and bleached and made into white crystals. Diamond crystals. That is your white sugar, right? So how you call that sugar is a white poison? Sugar is not the white poison. Sugar is supposed to be the most fantastic food component for the humanity. Otherwise, 200 million metric ton nobody will produce. Every government would have come around and say sugar is a white poison, ban it.
But
without the sugar, no household can function.
yeah.
Can you show me one house without the sugar?
No.
It is impossible.
Yeah, I mean, considering all the products also, byproducts and stuff.
Imagine the biscuit industry, so huge.
Yeah.
Minimum 10 to 30% sugar is used in all the biscuits and cookies.
Right. Yeah.
Without that, it's not possible. Take the Indian sweets. 40 to 50% of the sweets is sugar. 50% only is the other components.
Right.
How do you feel about it? So imagine the amount of sugar is consumed. Imagine like for example in India, this jamun and rasgullas.
Yeah.
They are soaked in sugar solution.
I swear.
Pineapple slices.
So much.
Lychees. Sugar also becomes 30% of sugar becomes a preservative.
Yeah.
They don't allow things to spoil very fast.
Right.
Now, where exactly this problem is coming? Who called it as a white poison? How this white poison concept spread around the world and got into every human mind? You must have seen it in the net. You must have seen it in somebody talking. You must have seen it somewhere in a print.
Yeah, generally you don't attribute sugar as a positive good thing.
No, sugar is a good thing. Sugar is highly needed. Without sugar, there is no life.
Energy.
Okay. No. Carbohydrates are the energy. But sugar consumption is always there. If you think that you are going to stay away from sugar, for example, you cannot. You know why? I will tell you.
Yeah.
Say, suppose you're going to have a burger. There's a bun involved
The
there.
bun. Yeah.
You're going to have some sandwich, the bread involved there.
Yeah.
You're going to have some biscuits. See, 3% of bread making and bun making are sugar. If they're going to put a batch of 10 kilos, okay, 300 grams of sugar will come in.
Yeah.
It's a binding material. It has to come to blend the taste, everything. Without sugar, no bun or bread can be made.
Yeah.
Say suppose tomorrow you are having some nice fried snacks with ketchup. 30% of your ketchup is sugar.
Yeah, this I didn't.
Sugar is going in. Say suppose you go to a Chinese restaurant. You're going to have some noodles or fried rice, or you're going to have some corn soup and all that. Little bit of sugar is added for the blend.
Yeah, true.
It is not made sweet. Say for example that you are going to a North Indian restaurant, and if you're going to have some corn masala or a chana masala or paneer butter masala and all those kind of thing. Thing is sugar. There's so much of sugar is involved there. All these North Indian dishes are sweetish, which suits the Indian bread. Right? Your naan or your parathas or your fulkas or your kulchas and all the kind of thing. All the side dishes are served by the North Indian restaurants.
Yeah.
So much of sugar is involved there. You think by adding sugar to your tea and coffee, when you go out of tea and coffee, you think you think that yes, I am avoiding my tea and coffee, so I am out of sugar. No way.
Yeah, that's true.
In some way or the other, sugar is involved.
Yeah.
So where is this question of who propagated this sugar, the white poison?
What would have been the intent?
What?
Would have been the intent of propagating this?
Yeah. So when this problem of diabetes picked up in the world, in the Western world, from say 1940s and 50s and all that stuff, as the modernization started coming in after the Second World War, the percentage of diabetes mellitus was going up in the human population.
Yeah.
They were desperately looking around, blaming the sugar and all that stuff, without knowing what exactly the sugar doing, without understanding the modern science as what exactly is food and nutrition, where exactly things are going wrong, how to find the cause for diabetes, so blame the sugar, all kind of things that's going on. The people were also desperately looking around for sugar substitutes. So they were also becoming conscious about the calories. So what happened? They came out with, you can go and see this in the history, which we will talk another program on that. So artificial sweetness came in. From 1980, the aspartame came. First thing.
Okay.
After that, 1984, sucralose came. The second thing. Then 1989-90, stevia came. These are the three major stuff. These are the three major sugar substitutes which were came into circulation. This was all held by a big businessman, which I don't want to name his name. So this guy is from America. So he wanted to promote this. So as he started promoting this, he sold in almost all the countries in the world and made billions and billions and billions.
Okay.
Okay, now in order to promote, in spite of these sugar substitutes having enormous number of side effects to the human body, in order to promote this, in order to promote the sale of this, the sugar was painted blue. That is, they came out with a slogan and made a propaganda that sugar is a white poison. Now you understand?
So the substitutes, do they also break down into the fructose thing?
No, they are not.
Okay.
Aspartame is in 1964, when in the Chicago University they were making a research work to find a medicine for hypertension. They suddenly found two methyl group of acids, when they are joined together, they become a sweetener.
Right.
That sweetener is beyond 400 to 600 times sweeter than sugar.
Wow.
So they brought this. They thought it will be an ideal sugar substitute without the calorie. But when it was tested in animals and human, it was leading to all kinds of side effects, including cancer, damage of eyes, retina, and everything. Because this, anything to do with methane is not good for us. It is a 2-methyl group of acid powders. And when they were joined together, it was sweetener. Now what happened in this case, when this component goes into the blood as you consume, as you eat them, when it comes in the stream of the blood of the human, in 85 degree Fahrenheit, they turn into methanol. Methanol, what happens? Methanol has a tremendous effect of, killing your neurons, nervous cells. So, it was a dangerous stuff. It was not so good for us.
Okay.
But this American, in spite of all that thing, all those testing failed. Still in 1975, he applied it for the FDA approval in America, which was rejected. And subsequently, this man, in the Ronald Reagan, when he stood election in 1980 and won, he was also one of the senators who won an election in a province. And he came into the government in 1981, and when his friend came as a chairman of FDA of America, he gave the file and took the approval. And history is there in the net, you can go and read it. And these are the people who made the propaganda that sugar is a, white poison. And that propaganda went all over the world, and that is linking around everybody's mind. People think sugar is the wrong food. It is not.
Okay.
We will talk about this subject a little later, about the artificial sweetness.
That's dangerous though. But good to know that I can have sugar, and also that, of course, considering we can't escape sugar and it's not dangerous, it's nice to know. Thank you, Dr.
There's so much of story behind.
I know. It's a short, given the period of time, this is all we can touch base. Probably later on, once we enter into details of things, right? Probably at that time we can talk more about all of this.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.